गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। दीन दयालु दीन तुम हो दयालु। दाता कृपा निधान तुम। गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। ब्रह्मा विष्णु और सदाशिव अर्चना करते तेरी। ज्ञान का प्रकाश भर दो हम गाए महिमा तेरी। क्या कमी उसको है रहती, क्या कमी उसको है रहती। जिस पे हो दयावान तुम। गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। स्नेहमयी माँ के हो प्यारे, निर्मल माँ के लाल हो। शीश गजानन मूषक वाहन, भक्तों के प्रतिपाल हो। नतमस्तक हो तुम्हें पुकारे, नतमस्तक हो तुम्हें पुकारे। हो बुद्धि की खान तुम। गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। मूलाधार में तुम हो विराजे, करो कृपा तुम आन कर। अपने गुण हम सब में भर दो, अपना बालक जान कर। महका दो मन का बगीचा, महका दो मन का बगीचा। निर्मल माँ के लाल तुम। गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम। तुम, दीन में तुम हो दयालु, दीन में तुम हो दयालु, दाता कृपा निधान तुम, गणपति मुझ दीन की विनती करो परवान तुम, विनती करो परवान तुम, विनती करो परवान तुम।
Shree Mataji Bhaiya, you can start now.
Jai Shree Mataji. A warm welcome to all of you in our session today. As you might be aware, we are having these sessions daily, thrice. One in the morning at 8 o'clock, one in the afternoon at 9, and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. The intent of these sessions is to give you a brief about Sahaja Yoga, what it is, and of course, to get to our self-realization experience. These sessions are all non-monetized, so there is no intent of any money making in Sahaja Yoga. It's completely freely available at all stages to everybody. Also, apart from this, there is one session at 5:30 p.m., which is held for seekers who have now understood the basics of Sahaja Yoga, have got vibrations in their hands, and want to go for a deeper meditation experience. So these sessions are held daily for all of us. Only on Saturday morning, we have one session in Marathi, and Sunday morning, we have one such session in English for seekers who requested Sahaja Yoga introduction in different languages. So let's start without any further ado. We'll talk briefly about Sahaja Yoga, what it is to start off. So, Sahaj Yoga, the word given by Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see. She started Sahaj Yoga in 1970. The word itself connotates something very simple, something that is spontaneous, Sahaj, something that happens on its own. Also, it means Saha means with, Ja means born, something that is born with us. It is a right that is born with us. Right of what? Of yoga. What is yoga? We have been very much confused now by this word, by so many enterprises that have started in the name of yoga, and we do not know what is real, what is not real. What is yoga? To be honest, we don't know the answer to that. We think yoga is doing exercises or some breathing or some tapasya, penances, or something like that. The word yoga in Sanskrit literally means union. It means the union of ourself with the divine. That is the ultimate goal of anything that we do in the name of religion, spirituality, or whatever we name it. That is the goal of our seeking. Today, the youth, especially if we talk about, is so pressurized, so under stress, so much confused, is going into so many wrong things because we have not got the satisfaction, the joy, the peace within. We're all very much under stress, and we are living in times where there's so much competition all around us. We are seeing our peers doing better, maybe in education. We are hearing so many bad things happening with people who are attempting competitive exams and not getting through. Then we get into jobs. Again, there's so much confusion. Then we have our family lives and so many distractions around, and people end up going into wrong things. And there's all the time there's this great confusion that is really bogging us down. It's putting people into a chaotic mindset where they do not know what to do, and thus they take up wrong things. Even young people taking to things like drugs, etc. These are times of really great confusion for us, and that is why we always keep searching. What is the next? What is it really that will give me that satisfaction, that peace, that joy, which will make all of this go away? So there is a tendency of people to either really run away from life, which leads us into wrong things. There's another section of the young people today who think that all of this is just nonsense. There is no God, there is no divine, there's nothing like this really. And we are left on this earth to be like how we are, and we just work, 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 and earn money, and that is what we do. Both these things lead us to our self-distraction. So people who take to bad things, drugs, etc., under this stress, they obviously we understand how they get into bad shape. People who think of work and uh, work hard, party harder kind of people who take to that kind of life, eventually they understand that all of this has not given them any joy. Any amount of money or achievements or ambitions being fulfilled is actually not giving me any satisfaction. I'm at the same stage. Even if I achieve something, there are 10 other people who have achieved more. So we are always under stress, under this competition, under this thought process that this is not okay, this is not what I wanted. Eventually, people come to a stage where they realize that all of this has not given them anything. So then our seeking turns towards God. And that is when we find even more confusion because there are so many people talking about God who turn out to be frauds, who turn out to be just people who are making money or actually harming us, harming uh, our society, in fact, with so many wrong things that they do. So we live in these times of great confusion. There are so many things that are wrong, that are untruth, that are false. But if there is God, then there has to be something that is true as well. All the falsehood is made actually as a copy of something that is real. All the flowers that are made artificially are somehow or the other inspired by something that is really coming out from the mother earth. Same way, there is something like true yoga, the divine, there is something like self realization, and it is actually achievable. Shree Mataji has, in fact, blessed us with this happening, coming to Amas. That means it happens now for everyone. In the past, we have heard of, at least in our country, there has been a lot of talk about people getting to their self realization after a huge amount of penances, tapasyas being done in hills and dales and Himalayas and whatever not. Across lives, they have been trying, and finally they get it. When one would get it, he would select one shishya, one guru, one shishya. Parampara has been there. And one shishya would be among thousands, he would select one. That has been how it has been done in the past. And that has been how it has been kept secret. It was not the right time, probably. When so many saints came, they allured to it, they talked about it. Kabira, especially, I would say, has talked so much about it. Ida Pingla Sukhman Nari. He has clearly laid out everything. And Adi Guru Shankaracharya has talked about it. Gyaneshwar has talked about it. But it's been, so for example, when Gyaneshwar talked about it, that sixth chapter of his Gyaneshwari Gita was said that you cannot read it. It's Nishiddha because nobody understood it. So the times were such that people, even though they tried to talk about it, first, they were not able to give realization amas. Second, nobody understood them. And thus they poisoned them, crucified them, tortured their lives, didn't allow them to live long, etc. etc. Shrimataji says now the time has come for people to see amas, what they have been seeing, what they have been saying, these saints. The time has come to prove all the scriptures, all the great religions as one. Now it is possible for all of us to come up to a stage to see that there is a higher consciousness, there is something higher that we have to achieve. So till now, it has been like people like these saints, etc., have been born, let's say, on the 10th story, and we are living on the ground story. And they talk of a world that they see, which we cannot see. And we think that they are mad people at that time, really. So we do not accept anything that they say. With Sahaja, our Kundalini awakening, we have come to a stage where we can, let's say, climb one or two stories and see that yes, there is something higher to be done, to be achieved. The way of Sahaja is such that compared to the old way of Patanjali, let's say, of Ashtanga Yoga, etc., was that earlier you would, let's say, you have a lamp, you would fix its screws, you would clean it completely, wash it, do this, do that, put everything in, right, and then light a light in it. But if you do not have light, you would just go on doing anything. You don't even know what's wrong with the lamp, what is to be done. So you're doing it in the dark. Whereas the way of Sahaja Yoga is such that you first get a little bit of light. In that light, you can see what is wrong exactly with your lamp, and you clean it yourself, you correct it yourself, and you have the possibility of rising higher. So, in these times of great confusion, there's something like this that is freely available to all of us. And once we take to it, once we get this experience of our self realization, we can see ourselves in a completely new light. For example, when our self realization happens, we get connected to the divine. What happens to us? The power of divine, whatever name we call it by, enters our fontanel bone area here, and we feel it as a cool breeze on our palms. Our palms being the endpoints of our nervous system, we feel it there. What is this cool breeze exactly? This has been described by Adiguru Shankaracharya. Uh, he wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari. The Saundarya Lahari word means beautiful vibrations. And he says that when Mother's grace dawns upon you, you feel the vibrations sarilam sarilam. That means cool, cool breeze you feel. In Quran, it said that when Qiyamah's time will come, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. In Bible, it is said that you will feel the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. All of this has been lost, and we do not know what this cool breeze really is. So, for the first time, we feel that cool breeze flowing through us, and with that, we can feel the status of our inner self, our own chakras. Till now, we don't know what sort of a person we are, what wrong we are doing. So let's say I'm a very egoistic person and I keep talking bombastically to everyone and putting them down, etc. If somebody tells me that I'm being egoistic, I'll shout at them, maybe hit them. But I'll never be able to realize that I'm being so and so. But in meditation, if once the realization has happened, I'll feel a prickling on this finger, which means this is the finger of Agya Chakra, which gets caught for people who get very angry with others, are very egoistic. Then I'll know for myself that there's no denying this. I am being egoistic. Or let's say I have some physical problems that have not yet manifested themselves. I can correct them before they turn into large diseases because I can see all my chakras which control my complete body, complete self, and correct them in meditation. Such a big power comes to us. Not only this, we can give realization to others. Like I'm talking to you right now, same way you can give realization to others. You can correct others also. So many people have cured the most incurable diseases in Sahaja Yoga, but that's not the ultimate goal. That happens as a byproduct of a realization. You can know about others, what chakras they are catching, you can cure them. You can also ask absolute questions to the divine and ask if you should do this or not. You'll get the answer. Such great, amazing things happen to us with this. But what happens is on the first day or maybe initially, we get our realization and we feel some small subtle happening on our palms. We feel the peace and cool, all of that happens. But then we lose it out. we say, yes, it was okay, but maybe I don't have time, maybe I have some other commitments, this, that. Then people forget it and do not get established. The main trouble in getting to this amazing thing that we're talking about is establishing ourselves with daily meditation. The only thing that is asked of in Sahaja Yoga is to keep ourselves clean and balanced and get our meditation properly done. We get these vibrations enhanced every day, and we get to collective meditation also. That has been given a lot of importance by Shree Mataji. She says that when we get to collectivity where a lot of people are meditating, a lot of things that are weak with us get cured by being with them. It helps everybody a lot. And the grace also comes in much larger quantities when there are larger people sitting and doing meditation. So this is all, and this is how simple it is. And most of us think that how can it be? How can I get it so simply? It's not possible. But we are truly made magnificently by the divine. We think we have been made magnificently physically or mentally so that we've been able to achieve so much. But there's one complete level of awareness that we have yet not explored at all. Complete new higher self, higher awareness that comes to us once we get to a realization. And then we truly know how we have been made so magnificently by the divine. What we'll do now is quickly talk about our internal subtle system. As we have been saying that we have been made so beautifully, let's see how we've been made. When we were in our mother's womb, God's grace, whatever name we call it by, the Param Chaitanya, whatever name we have for it, entered inside us through our fontanel bone area. This is the area that we see has been very soft and small infants. We can see it pulsates like this, lup tup, lup tup. So that is because the energy enters from here, and our brain being a prism shaped entity, it refracts into three parts. And the power coming from right goes to the left, the one coming from left goes to the right. The one in the center creates all of these flower like things that we are seeing. These are called as chakras, or you can call them as energy centers. These are created by this power. These chakras on the physical side are manifested as plexuses. They are essentially the crossing points of nerves inside us in our spinal cord. And the energy that has been left comes down and settles in our spinal cord. At the very end, there's a bone called as sacrum bone. Very interestingly, it has been called as sacrum by the Greeks, which means something that is sacred. They knew something sacred is there in this bone. So this energy comes down and settles and makes coils, 3.5 coils. Coils in Sanskrit is kundal. This being the mother power inside us, it is called as kundalini. This power that has created us has been with us all our lives. And she knows everything about us in and out. She is our individual mother, and her only goal is to give us our second birth, which is our self-realization. Awakening of this kundalini and piercing through the fontanel bone again to get connected with the divine is our self-realization. Now, quickly touching upon the three main channels inside of us. On the left-hand side that you see in blue is called as Ida Nadi. This channel is taking care of our sympathetic nervous system on the left-hand side. Also, this is called as the moon channel. All our emotions emanate from this channel. All our desires come from here. Our past is stored on this channel. Beyond this is our subconscious and collective subconscious. So people who are all the time talking about the past, very depressed and sad and too many emotions, very emotional people also work too much on this channel. In Sahaja Yoga, we understand that whatever we use too much goes into imbalances and causes our physical problems or mental problems and things like that. We feel the status of this channel on our left palm in meditation. Especially this channel going off causes people to get psychosomatic diseases, which are generally considered incurable. On the right hand side is what we call as the Pingala Nadi. This channel takes care of our sympathetic on the right hand side and is also called as the sun channel. This channel is responsible for all our actions. So physical actions, mental actions, everything we do from here. This is also the channel of our future. So people who are thinking too much of the future, I will do this, I'll do that, very ambitious and planning all the time, and people who are dominating others a lot, they work too much on this channel. Beyond this is our supraconscious and collective supraconscious. This channel, when heated up a lot, because when we work a lot, this being sun channel gets heated up a lot and we get into various diseases. It's represented, we feel it in meditation on our right palm. In the center is the Sushumna Nadi. This channel is taking care of our parasympathetic nervous system. Essentially, all that is autonomous is done from here. This channel is actually the channel of our present. All the time, if you would see, we are thinking all the time, either of the past or of the future. We're never able to be in the center. The path of center was told about by many incarnations and many gurus to keep in balance, to keep in the central path. The reason for that was that when the time is right, we can get to a self-realization, because this is the path of Kundalini awakening and piercing our continental bone area. Now, quickly touching upon the various chakras. The first one that we see at the very bottom is called as the Mooladhara chakra. This chakra takes care of our excretionary organs, sex organs, etc. The main qualities of this chakra, they are innocence and wisdom. Every chakra in Sahaja, we understand, are actually adorned by various deities, and they have their own qualities that they bestow upon us when these chakras are awakened. Also, when we go against their qualities, these chakras are caught up and we get into various diseases and troubles because of that. We'll not touch upon the deities, but we'll quickly talk about the qualities of these chakras. So you can see wisdom is a great quality of this chakra. So people who have this chakra developed very well are very wise, especially children. When they develop it properly, they know all the time what to do in life, where to go, what choices to make, etc. When we go against this chakra in terms of innocence, let's say in terms of sex, if we go into wrong things, this is caught up and we can understand the disease that can come up. People who are also very cunning, always misusing others, going against innocent people, etc., are also catching up on this chakra. This is represented on this part of our palm, which just meets our wrist on both the hands. Every chakra has three parts: left, right, and center. After this comes the Swadhisthana chakra. This chakra is responsible for all creative powers that come inside of us. So that means that all the work that we do, it becomes more dynamic when this is awakened. We are more creative in anything that we do. Art forms emanate from this chakra. So people who develop several times, people have developed various art forms after they come to Sahaja Yoga. This is also the place of the pure knowledge inside of us, the pure knowledge to know the divine. So when we go into impure knowledges, that means, let's say if we go to wrong gurus or tantrikas, people using wrong kinds of vidyas, then this chakra is caught up on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, this chakra is caught up very interestingly when we are working a lot, planning a lot, thinking a lot, doing too much work. Work is life. For such people, this chakra is caught up because you can see the right channel starts from this chakra. And whatever mental activities that we do in our brain, we actually are using gray cells, but these gray cells are converted from the fat in our stomach by this chakra. So it supplies our thinking cells to our brain. So in fact, we think from our stomach. When we think and plan too much, this chakra has to do all of that work of converting fat cells to gray cells. And it is not able to take care of the organs that is supposed to take care of, like liver, pancreas, spleen, etc. You'll find people that are stressed too much are the ones that get into liver troubles. People who plan always too much are the ones who get diabetes and things like that. That is because of this imbalance. Of course, in meditation, this can all be put right and people can be brought back into balance. This chakra is represented on both our thumbs. After this comes the Nabhi chakra, which is our navel chakra. It's also called as the Manipur chakra. This is the chakra that gives us complete satisfaction. Satisfaction, even monetarily, family wise, in our life. When it is awakened, we get everything sorted out in life that makes us a very satisfied personality. Also, we become very generous. We are very nice to others. We are not miserly people. Miserly people catch on this chakra also. People who have family troubles catch on this chakra also. But when this is awakened, we are very generous and we like to host others and very nice and giving others, etc. This chakra is also responsible for our seeking and our evolution. So because of our seeking, as fish, let's say we would have sought what's on land. Let's see. When we became reptiles came on land, we said, let's see what's higher. Thus animal stages came. Then we were seeking, let's say, food, shelter, etc. The seeking of food also starts from this chakra. Then eventually we became human beings. And now we are seeking so many things that we talked about earlier. Eventually, this seeking turns towards God. And that's when we get to our self-realization. So a great boon comes from this chakra of our seeking. This chakra is represented on both our middle fingers. Around this is the Bhavsagar, the void. This is the place of religion inside of us. And that is not Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, etc. That is the true innate dharma that has been built inside of us by various incarnations of the primordial master. And they have at various stages talked of different things that look very different, but they talked according to the times and people. When we go against this religion, this innate dharma, that is when this is caught up. When we go to wrong gurus also, because it's the place of primordial master, this chakra is caught up. Alcohol, etc. also ruins this chakra. This is represented around the center of our palms. After this comes the Anhat chakra, which is right behind our sternum bone. This is the place of our self-confidence, our sense of security, etc. When that sense of security is disturbed somehow, this chakra is caught up. Especially in women, if you see, if they have any sense of insecurity from their husbands, family, etc., they may get to diseases like breast cancer. Children, you'll find who are getting sick a lot are the ones who are actually all the time afraid a lot. So all of that is, of course, put right when Kundalini is awakened here. On the right-hand side is the place of the father principle. On the left-hand side is the mother principle. On the left-hand side is also the place of our Atma. What is Atma? Atma is actually a reflection of Paramatma, the divine, the God, whatever you call him, inside all of us. And it is there, Sakshi, that means it's watching, witness to everything. When Kundalini awakens, a spark sort of comes up and the Atma comes into our chitta, in our attention, and that becomes the driver. So that's how Atma Sakshatkar happens. This chakra is represented on both our little fingers on the left and right side. After this comes the Vishuddhi chakra. This we can see is actually controlling all our face, our mouth, tongue, our vani, our speech, our nose, eyes, outer part, ears, our hands also, shoulders, hands, all of this is controlled by this chakra. So our complete communication, including our hands, happens from this. The main boon of this chakra is collectivity. When we are truly connected with the divine, we know that we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. We truly know that we are collective. We do not have to form UNs, etc., to know that we are all one, because that is all superficial. So that sense of that knowledge of being collective truly comes into us. We truly develop the witness state and see the world as it is, as a Leela, as a play. This chakra is caught up on the left hand side when we feel guilty a lot. For no reason, unnecessarily, many times we keep feeling guilty. This guilty feeling harms Sahaja Yoga quite a lot. The reason behind is that when this chakra is caught up, Vishuddhi chakra, we do not feel the vibrations in our hands because the nerves for our hands come from this chakra. So in meditation, we ask everyone to say that, please say, I'm not guilty at all. In fact, we do not have to be the judge of ourselves. We have to leave it to the divine. On the right hand side, also, there's nothing that the divine cannot forgive, truly, if we ask for it. On the right hand side, this chakra is caught up when we dominate others a lot. We say, oh, you are bad, you have done this bad, etc., etc. Or we shout a lot, we use bad words a lot, are bombastic people. Also, this chakra is caught up when we take to backwards. You feel this chakra on our index fingers. After this comes the Agya chakra. This is placed at our optic chasma. There's really crossing like this there inside our brain. And this is the place for a very constricted path for Kundalini to pass through. It is able to pass through this chakra only when we forgive. The main boon of this chakra is forgiveness. When we don't forgive, it doesn't open. So we have heard of great rishis and munis in the past who would get angry and just they would bhasm everybody. So people would be afraid of them. So in a way, they were all stuck here, but they would get great siddhis, and that is how people would be afraid of them. But when we forgive, we go across. Such people are not really joyous people, people who are all the time angry with others and people are afraid of them. They do not seem like really divine people, right? So we have to forgive everyone. And that is what we do here, and the path opens. After Agya Chakra, there are two main bodies that get built up inside of us. One is called the ego, the other is superego. Ahankar, Prati Ahankar. Whatever actions we do in life, there is always an ego that comes along with it. There is no denying it. Even if we say that we are not egoistic, there is some part of it there. And whatever we learn as our conditionings in life, they all form as superego or Prati Ahankar. One or the other is always clouding the path for Kundalini to pass through. But when we forgive on Agya Chakra, Kundalini passes through Agya and sucks in both of these things. So in a way, it eats up all our karmas itself, and the path opens. Agya Chakra is represented on both our ring fingers on the left and right side. After this comes the Sahasrara Chakra. This is the chakra of the place that allows us to get connected with the divine. We get integrated with him. All chakras get integrated in this chakra. We become an integrated personality. This is called as Brahma Randra. That means Randra means the hole to meet the Brahma. Dasham Dwar. So many names are given to this chakra. Sahasrara literally means the 1,000-petal chakra. In fact, if you cut a brain and transfer section, you can see almost 1,000 nerves coming there. Such a great knowledge existed even before the modern medical science existed. When this chakra opens up, we say that God is everywhere. At least in Hindu religion, we say that Kan Kan mein Bhagwan, but we have not really felt him till now. So we feel for the first time the grace entering inside us, and we feel them on our palms and the top of our head. This is very subtle at the very start, so people have to really pay attention when this happens, because this is subtle, you also have to be a little subtle in your attention when you pay attention to this. This is good enough for the theory part of Sahaja Yoga. Now we'll move towards the most important part, which is the meditation, which is the experience of self-realization. In Sahaja Yoga, we do some steps to bring ourselves into balance, and we use the 5 elements to do that. We'll use some of those elements now to bring ourselves into balance before we go into meditation. There are some steps which you can now see with your eyes open. Later on, we'll do them with our eyes closed. First of all, we have to sit like this, as it is shown, both hands in the lap. Then we'll keep the left hand as is in our lap and put the right hand on the Mother Earth. Left hand in the lap and right hand on earth. We'll do some prayers and meditation here. After this, right hand back into our lap and left hand towards the sky like this, bent from the elbow. After this, we'll put both of our hands on the Mother Earth. Now we'll bring our left hand in our lap and the right hand will bring on our heart. Left hand in our lap and right hand on our heart. Place it here. Then we'll bring this hand to the top of to our forehead and place it across. Into the steps right now also and bend our head forward a little. After this, we'll get this hand back at the back of our head, push back our head. And the last step, we'll stretch our fingers completely and place the center of our palm at the top of the head. Here we will move our hand in a clockwise direction so that our scalp moves along with our hand. This is it. These are all the steps that we have to do. So one may ask that these steps could not be sufficient for us to get our self-realization. Here we have to accept that it is Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi who, by her grace, is actually giving us this boon. Her photograph emanates such vibrations that this happening happens inside of us. This is thus a very special photograph. You have to be very, very humbly placed towards the photograph of Shree Mataji. And just have one thought in our minds that we have to get our self-realization, nothing else. Keeping all our thoughts and doubts aside, because this is such a great opportunity that we have. We should not let our mind ruin it for us now. So we'll tell all our thoughts and doubts to just stay aside for some time. Slowly close our eyes and bring our attention inside. And see what is happening. Now we will do the steps that we had just seen. We will sit a little straight, not very straight, not slouching, our eyes closed, both our hands in our lap. We shall keep the left hand as is in our lap and put the right hand on the Mother Earth. Here we have to pray, Mother, please bring my Ida Nadi into complete balance. We'll keep our attention on our left palm also. We'll say, Mother, please take out all the impurities and negativities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please cleanse my Ida Nadi and bring it into complete balance. Now I'll bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to say, Mother, please bring my Pingla Nadi into complete balance. We keep our attention on both the palms and see what is happening. And pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities of my Pingla Nadi through the ether element. Mother, please cleanse out my right channel and bring it into complete balance. Now we'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. We'll pray, Mother, please bring us into balance. Please bring us into the present. Whatever impurities, negativities are still left in my Ida and Pingla Nadis, Mother, please take them out through the Mother element. I will bring both our hands in our lap. And now keep the left hand as is in our lap and do the next steps with the right hand. Bring the right hand to our heart and place it here. Press it a little. Here we have to assert a truth, the greatest truth. But Mother, I am the pure spirit. We are actually not this body, this mind, these thoughts, this ego, this personality that we think of ourselves. This is all Nashwar. The only thing that is eternal is the Atma. So say it with full confidence that Mother, I am the pure spirit. I am nothing but the pure spirit. Now, as we are the pure spirit, we are not guilty at all. And as we said, we must leave it to God to judge us. So we again, with full confidence, we say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. As I am the spirit, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. We say it with full conviction. There's nothing that God in His grace cannot forgive. So leave it to Him. Now we bring this right hand itself to our forehead and place it across like we would when we would have a headache. We bend this head forward a little towards the earth. Here we have to forgive everyone. With full heart, without remembering anyone. We give complete blanket forgiveness to everyone who has done any wrong. Once we do that, God takes over. Until then, He cannot do anything. And we torture ourselves for nothing. So we forgive everyone completely. We also forgive ourselves. We say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now we bring this right hand at the back of our head where we place our pillow and push back our head towards the sky. Here, for our own satisfaction, we have to say that, O God, O Lord Almighty, if we have done any wrong against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive us. O God, if knowingly or unknowingly I have done any mistakes or wrong against you, please forgive me. Now we can bring the right hand back into our lap to give it a rest. As a last step, we'll bring this right hand at the top of our head, stretch our fingers back, place the center of our palm at the top of the head, and press it. While pressing our hand, we'll move it in a clockwise direction. While pressing the hand at the top of our head at the fontanel bone, we'll move it so that our scalp moves along with the hand in a clockwise direction. Here we have to ask for it with complete humility and respect. We don't ask, this cannot happen inside of us. While moving the hand, we'll pray and request, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me the divine union, the union with the divine. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. We'll bring the hand back into our lap. Both the hands open in our lap and our attention where our hand was just now. We'll sit for meditation for a few seconds like this. We bring our attention now to both of our palms, the very center of the palms. Do we feel a little cool breeze coming out, maybe in one hand or both the hands? It can also be warm or hot for some of us. It's a very subtle feeling, so pay attention in a very subtle way. Then we bring our attention to the fingers, at the end of the fingers, tips. See if there is prickling sensation at the end of fingers and some of the fingers in one hand or the other. These are the chakras that are not okay inside of us. This is our state as of now. Now, once again, we'll bring our right hand at the top of our head, Sahasrara chakra, if we had just placed it, and raise it a few inches just above top of our head. You can see that there is a cool breeze coming out of our head and hitting our palm. We'll move our hand a little. We'll be coming from a particular place. You can move the hand front, back, left, right, and see. Again, this is a very subtle feeling. We'll bring our right hand back into our lap and see the same with our left hand. Place the left hand just a few inches above our Sahasrara chakra and move the hand front, back, left, right a little. See if there is a cool breeze or a hot breeze coming out of our head and hitting our palm. Now, as a last step, we'll put both our hands completely towards the sky, elbows straight, palms open towards the sky. We'll ask one of these three questions 3 times. Any one of these 3 questions. Oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya? Is this the divine power of God that does everything? Is this the cosmic energy, divine energy? Bring our hands back into our lap. In answer to that question, the vibrations would have improved on your palms. We'll keep our attention at the top of our head, the fontanel bone area, and sit for meditation for a few seconds. Again. Slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. We'll see that we are in a state where there are no thoughts. It's the first bone of our realization when we get to Nirvichar Chetna, thoughtless awareness. We bring both our hands together in a namaskar to Shree Mataji and our Kundalini inside and thank them for this blissful experience. The only request now is to all of you to meditate daily. Also attend collective meditation to establish the self-realization inside of us. How to do that, how to get connected with everyone and meditate daily, etc., keep ourselves cleansed and protected. There are several things in Sahaja to learn and do. Didi will now tell us how to do that. Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. If you have joined the session first time, we are requesting to subscribe our channel. In YouTube live chat box, you can see 4 links from our end. First link is our WhatsApp group link. Please join WhatsApp group. From that, you will get all the notifications and updates about all the sessions and Sahaja Yoga. Second link is Zoom meeting link. If you have any question or query, you can join Zoom meeting link, and via Zoom meeting, you can ask your questions. We try to reply all the queries and all the questions on a daily basis. And if you want to share your experience, you can also share that with join the same link. Third and fourth link is our channel link. On YouTube, we have 2 channels. First is for online meditation and second is for Shree Mataji speeches. On our YouTube channel, you will find short videos for all the chakras and nadi. Videos are shorts, but they have complete knowledge about all the chakras and nadis. So please watch that videos. And please try to incorporate Shree Mataji's, at least one speech of Shree Mataji in your daily life. You can see a major difference in your life. It will really helpful. You just need to listen one speech of Shree Mataji on a daily basis. Now, on a daily basis, 3 sessions have been going on our channel for self-realization. First is on 8 a.m. in the morning. Second is on 4:15 p.m. in the noon. And third is on 7:45 p.m. in the evening. You can join any of the session as per your time, as per your availability. And if you are attending this session for 15 to 20 days and you are aware about all the chakras and nadi, so please join our deep meditation session, which holds on 5 p.m. on a daily basis. Both the channels are completely non-commercialized, non-monetized. Advertisement option have been stopped on our both the channels. These channels have been started with the intention that you can get your self-realization as per your time and at your own place. So please do meditate. Please meditate on a daily basis and try to share this channel link with the person or with the people who really want to know who is God and who want to get their self-realization. There is no question, Bhaiya. So we can end this session now. We are really sorry for all the mistake. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.